Hello, Twin Flames out there. This is Dagmar, the spiritual healer. It's the week of the June 24th today, and so we're going to be doing a reading for Twin Flames again for this week, looking at the amazing energies you guys are putting forth towards each other and what it is you're moving through this week or will be moving through, so that you can better understand your journey with your twin flame. Anyway, my name is Dagmar and I'm a spiritual healer. The spiritual healer, an expert on twin flames, can help you shift energies in such a way that you can actually manifest the things you want. That's what I specialize in. And I really understand thoroughly the twin flame relationships. I've had one of my own a while back ago. It was quite the phenomenal experience. I also do lots of healings with twin flames to help you basically, again, shift energies, shift your vibration to your more true self, and also so you can manifest more of what it is you want in your life, in your relationship with your twin flame, and so forth. So if you like my channel, please, or if you're new in my channel, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell button next to it so you can get notified whenever I put out videos. I put out videos every week, new ones. And if you like this video, if you like the reading, please hit the like button, let me know. Also, feel free to comment below to let me know, any thoughts you might have, any questions you might have, and or, if you have any suggestions in terms of topics that you would like to hear about. I can certainly make some videos on those. So anyway, so hope you guys are having a good Monday so far, and let's look at what's happening in the twin flame world energetically. So again, we'll be looking at the divine feminine as well as the divine masculine. So let's look at what the divine feminine is bringing to the table energetically this week here. So the divine feminine looks like is bringing some understanding to the table this week. It's an interesting card. And let's see what the divine masculine is bringing as far as energies to the table. And the divine masculine is bringing guidance to it. Very, very interesting. And I'll go a little bit more into detail in just a minute. And let's see what the composite combined energies are for both. They're both kind of clinging to the past, looks like still. And the higher insight to the whole thing is adventure. No, nice. Beautiful. So let's go into more details on some of these cards we pulled here. So really combined energies are, you guys are clinging kind of to the past still over here. And let's see what specifically the understanding card kind of means in this booklet here, and then we'll go a little bit more into the specifics of this here. So let's see here. We've got understanding. So the bird pictures on this card is looking out from what seems to be a cage. There is no door, and actually the bars are disappearing. The bars were an illusion, and this small bird is being summoned by the grace and freedom and encouragement of the others. It is spreading its wings, ready to take flight for the very first time. The dawn of a new understanding that the cage has always been open and the sky has always been there for us to explore can make us feel a little shaky at first. It's fine and natural to be shaky, but don't let it overshadow the opportunity to experience the light-heartedness and adventure on offer. Right there alongside the shakiness. Move with the sweetness and gentleness of this time. Feel the fluttering within. Spread your wings and be free. So that's interesting of a card. It's for the divine feminine. I guess for the first time, there's a glimpse of the possibility that there is freedom beyond the cage. What cage are we meaning here? We're meaning the cage of our internal soul, our own bars we put up, basically, for ourselves for all this time. And for the first time, the Divine Feminine is looking at the possibility of freedom, and that the bars were really an illusion inside of herself, that there is, beautiful adventure beyond, which is this whole adventure, right? Beyond the bars. And so for the first time, the Divine Feminine has that glimpse of understanding that she's bringing to the whole table here with the twin flame. And let's see, the Divine Masculine brings guidance. Let's look at what specifically it says on that one, so we can more precisely define it in this reading here. So guidance, let's see here. Okay, so the angelic figure with rainbow-colored wings on this card represents the guide that each of us carries within. Like the second figure in the background, we may sometimes be a little reluctant to trust this guide when it comes to us, because we are so accustomed to taking our cues from the outside rather than from the inside. Interesting. The truth of your own deepest being is trying to show you where to go right now. When this card appears, it means you can trust the inner guidance you are being given. It speaks in whispers, and sometimes we can hesitate, not knowing if we have understood rightly. But the indications are clear. In following the inner guidance, you will feel more whole, more integrated, as if you are moving outwards from the very center of your being. If you go with it, this beam of light will carry you exactly where you need to go. So that's a beautiful card as well. So basically, Divine Masculine is bringing to the table the inner guidance, the trust your inner self, while the Divine Feminine is bringing to the table the understanding there is more beyond the bars that we have created within our soul, that she has created within her soul, that there is freedom beyond that was there all along. And the Divine Masculine is learning about his own inner guidance, that you can trust that, and that it will take you exactly where you need to go. And that's beautiful. How beautiful is that? And both the composite energy of all of this is about the past, still clinging to the past and trying to get free of it. And quite often what keeps us in our past is really our unresolved past, if you will, the unresolved issues we have in our past that we haven't fully completed, the experiences that are not fully digested, not fully done. And that can be actually from past lifetimes, And so, how do these other cards play a role? So the bars in the Divine Feminine here, are related to the past unresolved stuff, unresolved issues, And interestingly enough, the inner guidance by the Divine Masculine has to do with trusting the part of ourselves that's really the higher guidance, our higher self, rather than, because sometimes we get messages from not just our higher self, but from the ego aspect of ourselves that really houses these unresolved experiences, which is really the unresolved past over here. So that, we don't know sometimes which one to trust unless we get really proficient at identifying that. So that, the Divine Masculine right now is learning this week in terms of how to connect with that higher part of self and how to trust that, rather than listening to all the, sometimes it comes in the form of negative chatter. And that's the base on, or it's fear, how you identify it as fear within yourself, or anxiety or stress or worry. That's coming all from the unresolved past aspect of ourselves, which is the clinging to the past. And so, which is very fascinating. So it almost looks like that both twin flames are trying to get beyond the past stuff that's keeping us prisoner within ourselves, that's keeping us listening to our negative own self-talk that's coming from the unresolved issues, and not trusting that inner, guidance from our higher self. That they're trying to, actually, you guys are trying to get beyond that, which is so cool. And it's all nothing but a huge adventure, right? So that's a beautiful, beautiful reading this week. And let's see what Kuan Yin has to say in regards to all of that. Okay, so let's see. We've got, we're going to look at the Divine Feminine again, what she's learning in the situation from the cards of Kuan Yin. Okay? So they have beautiful messages and kind of bring us more insight into this reading. So let's see what Kuan Yin has to say here for the Divine Feminine. And so for the Divine Feminine, it's the Spin the Silken Thread Divine. It's about basically, as in making the silken thread, letting go of the issues or the stuff that no longer serves you, and bringing forth the wisdom from the past and weaving that into your, silken thread. So in other words, making a distinction between the stuff that no longer serves us and bringing forth, the good stuff that we take out of that experience, okay? And the wisdom part of it, and weaving that into our present time and creating that beautiful silken thread divine. And that's what the Divine Feminine is all about this week. Beautiful, beautiful. And the Divine Masculine, let's see what he's bringing to the table. And Call of the Dancing Crane. Well, that's very interesting too. And let's see, I'm going to read that portion of it to kind of give you a better definition of this card. And that's his lesson in this whole thing. And that's 22. So Call of the Dancing Crane. The dancing crane moves through waters and muddy marsh with elegance and grace. The mating call and dance of the crane is full of beautiful movement and flow. There are times when the astral waters of our emotional life become stagnant and will benefit from the healing movement, grace, and beauty of the dancing crane. The call of the dancing crane is a reminder that sound can be healing too. This is particularly so when your thoughts, beliefs, and emotional patterns do not support you in living the spiritual destiny you were born to live. How fascinating is that, right? So, yes, that's exactly it, because what's no longer supporting us is the negative self-talk, the past, right? That's coming from the unresolved past. What is supportive of us is actually our divine guidance, our higher self guidance, right? And so really the call of the dancing crane is about healing. Sometimes we need healing work to resolve that unresolved past, right? So that we can get to that better place of, being able to listen to that higher self. Because quite often, our soul tends to be cluttered up with the unresolved pain we keep carrying with us, which is your past, okay? That's what keeps you prisoner. That's what keeps you from hearing your higher self. And so as we heal more within the soul, as we heal this unresolved stuff, as we resolve it, as we properly integrate it, the proper integration of your unresolved past is about this weaving. It's about taking from that which is the wisdom, which is the nutrition for the soul, and leaving behind or discarding that which no longer serves us, which is the pain in itself, right? But we're transforming the pain in the process of the healing aspect, which causes us to do this weaving part of it, right? and then causes us to be more free, because the bars are the past that's unresolved in your space, in your soul. So this one is about healing, okay, and knowing that sometimes we need that in order to move forward. Okay, and let's see. Then we have the last card, which talks about the highest possible outcome, which is to help you realize how much and in what ways you can grow from this relationship, all right? Whether it continues in the long term or short term. So, for us, it's about more like what's happening for us this week. So what's the highest possible outcome here through all this process of weaving and healing and becoming more free and listening to more of our higher selves? And it is the Sisters of the Sun Rising. Okay, and let's see what that card is all about here. The Sisters of the Sun Rising. And I'm almost there. Bear with me. Sisters of the Sun Rising. Here we go. You are a highly creative being with the potential to help raise the vibration of consciousness on this planet through your creative projects, work, dreams, and hobbies. The power of collaboration, choosing to work with others in joint projects, allows for synergy to occur when you can grow stronger and become more than the sum of your individual parts, calling in great cosmic assistance and potency. You are guided to remain open to other souls joining forces with you, just like the Sisters of the Sun Rising that bring great energy to help humanity through their group endeavors. When you allow for aligned group effort, much that is wonderful can occur. How beautiful is that? So it's about collaboration. That is the highest possible outcome. That you, through the healing and through this process of adventure, the weaving and the healing and becoming more free, it might take you to the highest outcome of being able to collaborate with other beings to really help humanity. So that's basically the path you're taking here. It is an important part of the spiritual journey to learn who you are and how you work, and often solitary work is a helpful way to do this. Yet there are times when you're strong enough to work with others without losing yourself or your unique approach to creative endeavors. Collaboration is suggested for you now to allow you to expand your horizons, to meet more people, share your light, and have more fun. And that's basically in the works as an outcome for you, okay? Is being able to do that, being able to work with others in collaborative efforts without losing yourself, okay? But it does require some of the healing, some of the resolving that unresolved past. By the way, I specialize in doing all of that. I have my own very specific method to all the madness, and I call that quantum healing, also past life regression, but very specific soul work to help you really resolve that unresolved past, to help you digest that, to fully integrate that experience with you so that you can be more free, you can hear your higher self, you can at some point collaborate with others and help humanity. But see, you've got to, sometimes we don't understand the factor that we need to become ready in order to do that. Okay, we can't just, jump into a leadership position, for example, from nothing, nowhere, when we have never done it before. And sometimes we have to grow. And the growing process is through this healing that my clients experience with me, okay? Where they can grow more into their true self, all right? And they can connect more with their higher self, their higher purpose, and really find themselves and unleash that higher purpose for themselves but you need to grow in order to be able to embrace that in yourself too. Okay, that's all part of your journey, and it's all nothing but a big adventure, you know. So embrace that beautiful journey, twin flame journey, because your twin flame is in this relationship. You guys are helping each other do this, okay? And so whatever you're experiencing, even if it's the negative stuff, even if it hurts, whatever your twin flame did hurt, it's showing you something. It's showing you where you need to heal. It's showing you where you need to grow. And so, unless you understand this and understand more of the deeper, play in this whole thing, sometimes you can miss the point. So it helps to have a guide, and if you're looking for someone that to guide you, and would like to give me a try, or just connect with me and just chat with me for a bit to see if we're a fit to work together, please do connect with me through my website. It's actually on my YouTube channel at the very top, lower right corner of the picture. And we can have I offer complimentary 30-minute phone consultations to see if we can work together, if we're a fit as far as that. And I can definitely help you in this journey and helping you find your true self and unleash that, soul's purpose. And this is what you're meant to do. So I hope this reading was beautiful. It is a great, amazing reading, actually. And I wish you a wonderful week. So embrace that journey you're in with your twin flame, because this is the behind the scenes stuff. This is the greater picture, if you will, behind the painful, nagging, the stuff we don't like. This is what's actually happening behind the scenes. So take it to heart, embrace it, embrace your twin flame journey, and I hope you have a wonderful week.